Hello, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Nadia Adam. I'm a Vedic astrologer. Thank you so much for coming up today to talk about the upcoming energy update between 25th of November until 2nd of December. As usual, I will divide my explanation into several parts and the timestamp will be in the description box along with my personal details if you're interested to book a personal reading with me. And now our 2026 annual reading report is open. If you're interested to book, please check out our link in the description box, or you can reach out to me directly on social media platforms. Okay, now we're gonna have a quite interesting week actually. If we can see here that Saturn and Mercury, both of them are moving direct around 29th of November. All right, 29th or 30th of November, depending on your location. So the intensity of the karmic theme, we can say it's slightly and gradually decreased, and now the energies start to get much more stable. All right, in the sense that perhaps it will start to reveal for us what's the next step in our life that we need to do and what exactly need to be done. Because when we're having a retrograde planet, or the planet is in irregular motion, I always call it like that, it reveal things, or maybe it make things stuck, or make us really being in a certain position where we are forced to actually being stuck, if that makes sense. So we just like cannot move forward, either we can move backward. But now when the planets here moves all in the right direction, now okay, we start to move things forward in our life, taking actions, taking decisions that pause delays and postponing will be ending. In the month of November, in general, we had a major water element retricon, right? Which is all of them are in retrograde. That's mean it was really much revealing a lot of information for us. If you think that in November itself, well, it was very peaceful, it was very good. Sometimes the effect of it may show up when the planets start to move forward. There, hence, it can indicate a lot of outcome from the retrograde motion that's been happening since last few months will start to unfold itself in the next 3 month period before the eclipse happen. All right. So let us talk about each planet here one by one. So we can see that Saturn is moving direct in the nakshatra of Purva Bhadrapada. All right. You need to refer back to what exactly happened between, you can say, March to June of this year, all right? Because perhaps the same theme, the same energy may start to get back again during this period. Whatever decision, action you took around this time will start to manifest again itself, or it will give you broader picture, broader view, or finalizing, polishing whatever that step that you took around that time. Right now, keep in mind, Saturn here will not go retrograde anymore until June of 2026. Okay, that's mean we already passed, or we are already officially in the middle of getting the fruits of Saturn being retrograding in Pisces. Usually the first retrogression of any planets entered any zodiac sign, it we can say that it's like the pre kind of thing, because again it's still retrograding. That means still was giving the effect of Aquarius, but now it's officially not gonna give any result of Aquarius. Hence, if until this point of time you are unable to see the result of Saturn entering Pisces, or well, Nadia, nothing changed, well, maybe after this onward, things will start to change. Okay, starts to change drastically. Saturn in, okay, let me put it in this way. Saturn naturally connected to 12th house, connected to Pisces. Okay, it's very, very, very comfortable. Therefore, Saturn here will not really bother to manifest an actual outcome of Pisces. What is Pisces all about? About spirituality, occult, being devout, connected to God, ending, higher realm, higher perspective in things, right? Sudden changes, sudden kind of a blockage, for example. Now Saturn by itself, well, I'm very comfortable now. Let me just like deliver whatever karma that I have, because I'm very comfortable. I will do my job correctly. So wherever that house of Pisces in your chart, especially if you're going through Saturn activation, can be very, very much highlighted, that you may start to get the fruits of it. If let's say, for example, you went through a lot of losses in that segment of Pisces, okay, since the beginning of the year, now you will get the outcome of it. If you, let's say, you went through a lot of rectification, now you will get outcome of it. If let's say things was quite peaceful, you can say, like, you didn't really get any triggered in the last few months in the whole 2025, then maybe Saturn direct right now, it's already going to give you that outcome again of the Pisces house in your chart. Rectification, restructure, rebounding things in this segment of Pisces in your chart will definitely start to get on track. Okay, because we're purely right now in Saturn Pisces season. Now, another thing, we can see here that Mercury moving direct in the sign of Libra. Now, of course, it's a bit better than being in Scorpio. I mean, anyways, it will move back to Scorpio, right? But what is it there in Libra? Libra usually connected to something about relationship, partnership, balancing things in your life, right? Well, the dispositor here, which is Venus, is sitting in the Scorpio. That's mean you'll be trying to change the dynamic how you balance things out. If I was thinking that, well, 1 plus 1 equal to 2, this is a very balanced equation. Now, why don't I change it to maybe 1.5 plus zero point 0.5 to become 2? No, because, well, it seems to be much more cooler for me. Okay. So there is change the way how you balance things out. There is a change the way how you deal with people, how you deal with emotion, how you deal with what exactly makes you feel comfortable, what exactly that makes you uncomfortable, how I can make it as a peaceful way. Scorpio usually denotes towards something that we just really cannot tap into it, or we cannot really figure it out. But now, because of this segment, it shows I think I will be able to figure it out, although I don't know how it's gonna unfold. So it's actually giving us that energy of optimistic, taking leap of faith, and just like going forward in whatever we feel like intuitively connected and asking us to do. Okay, this is a major, major, major period where we can see there is gonna be a lot of changes in upcoming period. Okay, so again, that's why I said, if let's say during the whole month of November or the last 2 months, you couldn't really witness any changes about this retrograding, lemonading here and there, well, maybe once it's moved direct right now, it will start to reveal itself. Because yes, I was stagnant, now I'm moving. Now I will show you what's the movement gonna give. All right, in the good way though, nothing is in a bad way. Now, I also wanted to talk about the effect for each zodiac sign, right? So you can read this from the perspective of your dasha and dasha. I mean, okay, let me put it in this way. So you can read it from the perspective of the ascendant, right? And then number two, also from the perspective or the dasha lord. Okay. And then Dasha Lord, lastly, if you want to look at it from moon, but I usually do not really use moon. Moon is more for your mental and emotional state compared with actual manifestation. Your actual outcome may comes from ascendant and Dasha Lord, right? So, okay, let us start. Let me just delete this. All right, so for example, we have here Aries. So for Aries, we can see Saturn is moving direct in your 12th house, and then Mercury is moving direct in your 7th house. So it usually can shows that, number one, if you've been facing a lot of losses, a lot of ending, a lot of like mentally, emotionally unstable, perhaps during this period you start to gain that strength within yourself, right? You will start to be able to communicate effectively. You start to be able to confess your emotion effectively. You start to get that support and help from people. So, in a sense that it can really affect the sector related to emotion, your security, your stability as an individual. Hence, right now, when everything moving direct, you start to gain that control back. Right, you start to gain that ability to function and just moving forward in your life with the right support, with right help. Right, the losses, if let's say you went through a lot of losses, a lot of obstacles, maybe things are blocking for you, now things will start to move because of the segment that is going on in your chart, which is considered to be a good period. Okay, so good luck for Aries. Now, coming to Taurus. So for Taurus, we can see also that Saturn will be moving direct in your 11th house, and then Mercury is in the 6th house. It's actually, again, it's a quite a good period for Taurus. Doesn't mean if, let's say, you really desired something or you really wanted something, but they are unable to manifest it, unable to get it through, then during this time, you'll be able to get what you want. If there are any issues, any obstacles in your life, you were unable to find a solution for it, now you'll be able to get a solution. Unexpectedly, you will get connections, professional circle, help, and support, or maybe news that actually can move things forward for you. Right? So, in general, here for Taurus, it seems to be good. It means also the person will get inspired to move forward, to do things new in new way. All right. Um, Again, the main theme here will be a wish fulfillment. So with God grace, there will be a lot of wish fulfillment in upcoming few months for the zodiac of Taurus. Okay, so good luck for Taurus. Now, coming to Gemini. Okay, so for Gemini here, we can see that Saturn will be moving direct in your 10th house, and then we have Mercury here moving direct in your 5th house. It shows that your creative aspect, your self-esteem, your self-confidence, and how much work that you put. If, let's say, you were not being appreciated enough, now because Saturn moved direct, it will be able to recognize and acknowledge. It also shows that there can be a good changes in your workspace, right? So if, let's say, you've been experiencing some instability, insecurity, and just things like wobbly and all over the place, maybe Saturn move direct right now. It can really help you to put and major structure and foundation in your work and your job. Right. It also shows a revelation of something was hidden in front of you, maybe hidden truth, hidden enemies, hidden opposition. It will become like like very clear, crystal clear in front of you. Hence, you will be able to take a right decision and action towards it, which again it will fall into the Saturn period placement where it shows the person foundation structure career will start to get stronger and much more tangible, as if like whatever lesson that you took in the last few months, now you will start to implement that. You were stuck, for example, I cannot do anything about it, I cannot change the dynamic, I cannot change the way how I work, for example, how I say and talk with my managers. Now in this segment it shows things will start to unfold in your favor. Good luck for Gemini. Now coming to Cancer. So for Cancer here, we can see that Saturn is moving direct in your ninth house, and Mercury is moving direct also in your fourth house. Can be considered to be quite a good period. Now it depends really on how is your chart in general, of course, right? Because you still have a retrograde in ascendant, which is Jupiter. So usually it can still indicate that you still feel mentally emotionally unstable sometimes, you still feel a bit tiredness, you still feel sickness here, because whenever we have something like going on in the ascendant, it can really impact the mental and emotional health or even physically. All right, because Saturn here stopped retrograding in ninth house, that's mean your luck. If, let's say, for example, you're supposed to get something, you'll be able to get it. You're supposed to finalize something, you'll be able to finalize it. All right. If, let's say, for example, you're supposed to maybe gain something, attain something, or communicate something, or just like having that small wish fulfillment, for example, all right, you'll be able to get it during this time. If, let's say, there were a lot of issues and problems and obstacles related to home, family, or even just connecting to them, or even you may feel and see them all over the place, and you just need to stabilize them or helping them, but you're unable to now because all of this going on in your chart. It shows things will start to get back on track for you, right? It can also indicate unexpected luck, abundant, unexpected good news can come up to you because of the cluster that we are having here in the fifth house, right? Even also maybe unexpected love interest can happen, unexpected boost of self-esteem and self-confidence can occur here. Right. The only thing that you need to be careful of is your mental state, because Jupiter again still is retrograding in the verge of your lagna. Okay. So good luck for Cancer. Now coming to Leo. So for Leo, we can see that Saturn stopped retrograding in your 8th house, and then Mercury also stopped retrograding in your 3rd house. It usually shows that if, let's say, there was some aspect or things which were blurred in your eyes, now Saturn moved there right direct, it will start to reveal it to you clearly. Or if, let's say, for example, you were feeling something was not right, but unable to really confirm it. Now you'll be able to confirm it. Saturn here can really give the direction, or maybe a bulb of light, like, this is what I supposed to do, this is what I'm not supposed to do. Let's say, for example, you were scared to take certain action, certain decision. Now, because of the segment that's going on, you'll be able to get it done. You'll be able to make it right? Because it seems like the decision can be related to transforming something, changing something major, kind of how can I say, uprooting, right? Now you'll be able to get that courage in order for you to choose the right thing for yourself, okay? And being in the best alignment. Because the fact that Ketu is still in the Lagna, so it still can feel that mentally, emotionally, you may feel unstable, okay? You may feel still all replaced. Sometimes you're unable to take a decision, but Saturn here definitely will indicate that like you cannot really ignore the facts anymore. You cannot ignore the situation anymore. Like you really need to take that action, because Mercury again is talking about like taking that firm kind of decision in our life that really can give us that peace of mind. Could be anything. Could be, let's say, for example, relationship, partnership, could be business, could be job, right? Whether it's starting something or maybe cutting something. It could be in anything. But we know very well that this is not gonna serve me, this is not gonna help me, and I just need that courage. And here we go, the courage is given from the divine to change it. Okay, so good luck for Leo. Now, coming to Virgo. So for the Virgo, you can see here that Saturn will stop retrograding in your seventh house, and Mercury will be stop retrograding in your second house. Now this is definitely will be connected to your relationship, partnership, right? And how you deal with people. So let's say, for example, Saturn was retrograding the seventh house. It start to reveal things, or it start to give a bit like a blur signal about something. Although intuitively you already feel that this is not right, or this is the right thing, or just need to choose A rather than B, and so on, but you were unable to really get that firm answer for yourself. Now Saturn stop retrograding, it will give you like a crystal clear answer for you. A is A, B is a B, C is a C, right? Which direction you want to go ahead, which direction you want to do. And usually when Saturn is transiting your ascendant or seventh house, things will happen by itself. That's mean you may expect actually unexpected changes in your relationship, in your partnership, in the way how you feel about people around you, the way how you see others, the way how you want to deal with them, and the way how you want to be treated also, right? And because Mercury is falling into the second house, it usually shows your personal connection more than in the broader view here, right? It can also shows that your values can change, or maybe because of the people their values change, because of the people the way how you deal with others, again the way how you manage yourself, especially when it comes to your finance, will change, right? Anything related to people and people values and finance here can be quite intertwined for you, okay? But it's more as a refreshing energy rather than depression or bad news, okay? So good luck for Virgo. Now, talking about Libra. Now, for Libra, we can see Mercury is stop retrograding in your ascendant, and then we have Saturn also stop retrograding in your sixth house. It's actually can be a very good period, especially if you went through a lot in last period, right? If, let's say, for example, you went through a lot of issues, a lot of problems, a lot of misunderstanding, miscommunication, just things not really going well for you, right? This event can really fix the situation. Okay, this segment can really fix the situation. This segment can really put things into perspective for you, or it can show us again revelation of something. You know where something was not right, but you were unable to take an action decision out of it, or maybe you stayed quiet about it. Now when this segment going on, you will start to feel like, well, I think I need to do something. Like, I just can't stay quiet anymore, I just can't stay sitting on it anymore. It could be in anything, but mostly related to relationship and the way how you deal with yourself, your health, your well-being, your responsibility may change in upcoming period. Okay, so good luck for Libra. Now coming to Scorpio. So for Scorpio here we can see Saturn will stop retrograding in your fifth house, and Mercury also stop retrograding in your 12th house. If, let's say, for example, you faced a lot of misunderstanding, again, miscommunication, losses, all right, maybe because of others, you feel like your self-esteem, your self-confidence start to get slower and much more shaky. This period can really get you back on track. This period can really push you through to be the best version of yourself again. This period can really shows that you will set certain boundary, or maybe your planning in life will become a bit clearer during this period. True enough that there's still a lot of things going on in your head. Okay, like your ascendant, that's mean you're mentally and emotionally still feeling a bit overwhelmed, but at least right now you become more clear with your direction, right? Saturn here also indicate that maybe unexpected love interest can show up, or unexpected potential, okay, to ignite yourself, your self-esteem, confident, continuing something that has to do with self-development can be seen during this period. At least a thought of it will happen. Okay, all right. Good luck for Scorpio. Coming to Sagittarius. Okay, so for Sagittarius, we can see Mercury stop retrograding in your seventh house, and then we have in Saturn here also stop retrograding in your fourth house. So it will be something related to your wish fulfillment. So let's say, for example, you've been working on something, but it keeps stuck, or just like things just not working out in the way how you want it to be. Then this segment shows that things will start to unfold and working in your favor, especially if that issue or problem related to home, family, stability, peace of mind, security, emotional kind of containment of yourself, right? Or it could be also something related to property. It can get activated during this period. You need to be, if let's say for example you want to actually to move or maybe traveling, then you need to be careful with your expenses, because sometimes it means that unexpected things can happen where you will need to move here and there, or life can be quite busy for you during this period. So you just need to be careful with that. Other than that, I think for Sagittarius it seems to be absolutely fine. All right, so good luck for Sagittarius. Now for Capricorn, so we can see that Saturn stop retrograding in your third house, and then Mercury also in your 10th house. So it usually related to your self-esteem, self-confidence, what you want, what you need, and your decisions in life, because 10th house usually connected also to our status, power, and how much ego and pride that we have for ourselves, right? So one thing we can see, if let's say you've been stuck in certain situation, especially has to do with work, especially has to do with relationship and partnership, because it's Libra, maybe during this time you will be able to get that crystal clear kind of answer and decision, whether you want to take a or you want to take a B here, right? Maybe themselves, or like the clarity of people, the way how they deal with you, the way how they interact with you by itself is gonna give you an answer, all right? Which direction you wanna go ahead with. If let's say you've been feeling a bit stuck in your work, in your career, or maybe you're unable to communicate correctly, or unable to be understood or heard by people around you, then during this time you will feel like, okay, people start to acknowledge it. Either I will just leave, right? But it can actually really more towards what do you really want for yourself, what do you need for yourself, and how you can really connect it, intertwine it with your own mental and emotional stability. All right. So you can say this is the period of actually taking a decision and action, or maybe your courage, your inner strength by itself will start to get enhanced and better. Okay. So if let's say you've been feeling some fear in regards to whatever it is, could be work, career, money, finance, relationship, partnership, whatever that fear is, now you will be able to really stand up for yourself in whatever direction you're going to choose. All right. So good luck for Capricorn. Now coming to Aquarius. So for Aquarius here, we can see that Saturn stop retrograding in your second house, and Mercury stop retrograding in your ninth house, can be considered to be quite excellent placement. It means that your wish, your desires, it can start to get manifest gradually during this time. If let's say you've been facing some hiccup, whether it has to do with relationship with the family, finance, career, maybe something you really wanted to do, wanted to travel, you wanted to do something, you want to give someone something, but you are unable to do that, right? Right now, things will start to unfold in your favor, right? True enough, there is still some sort of like mental and emotional disturbance because of Rahu being in ascendant, but yet the energy is quite supportive for you to get whichever you want, or maybe getting the clarity, or maybe just having that plan now, what I need to do in order for me to get what I want. All right. So good luck for Aquarius. Now coming to Pisces. Okay, so for Pisces here, we can see that Saturn stop retrograding in your in your ascendant, and then Mercury stop retrograding in your eighth house. Such combination usually indicate that you will get a lot of clarity and epiphany about yourself, people, surrounding, what you want, what you need, and what's gonna happen next. Okay, so it means that your intuition itself will start to become much more clearer for you. That confusion and mental and emotional turbulence, although despite can still there because Saturn's still in your ascendant, but at least you will get uh, some sort of clarity again. Like instead of me feeling anxious 24/7, now I will go maybe more than half of it. I'm not anxious anymore. Right? It can also shows the person will be changing gradually, internally or externally. Maybe the way how you see people, see others taking that drastic change. Maybe suddenly I want to travel, suddenly I want to move, suddenly I want to do something different. Suddenly maybe new relationship can come up to you. Okay, because it's aspect your seventh house, that means something related to marriage relationship can come up to you during this time. But as general overview for Pisces, this can be very much supportive. Whatever your intuition, your gut tells you, you need to follow that because that's the actual answer for your question. All right, that's what I can say for Pisces. Your intuition can be very, very much highlighted. All right, so that's it for today. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for listening. Wishing you all the best. Stay good, be good. See you soon. Bye bye.